Hello and welcome to Jumpin' Johnny Gaming Retro Walkthroughs. Final Fantasy VI Pixel Remastered video is the fifth part of the 100% walkthrough. This video series will cover everything you need to do in the game to get every achievement or trophy. This part will be finishing Sabin's scenario and then all the party members meeting up to protect the Esper from Kefka and the Empire. Head down right and up into the cave. Keep going up until you get to the cliff part, and Shadow, if he's still here, will leave the party. And then jump down. Now you will face a lot of fish type enemies and they will keep coming, and then after a minute the boss fish will appear. I did have a counter accessory on, but you can defeat one and wait for a minute and then defeat the other enemy, as it's timed for the boss to appear, not defeating lots of enemies. Or you can, it's up to you. The boss has a powerful move called El Nino, and you want to quickly defeat it before it does use it. Use Cyan's Fang and Sabin's Raging Fist. You find yourself in a place called the Veldt. This area you can encounter every enemy you have encountered so far, except for bosses and special fights. The reason is for when Gao, the character that appeared and ran off, when he joins your party, he can learn rage techniques from enemies. Head to the right corner in this area of the map to get to the town of Moblez. Head all the way to the top and enter the house with the birds, and in the clock is a hidden item. There is a small side quest in Moblez that will net you a relic that when equipped restores HP to the wearer every time they take a step. Visit the house to the left and speak to the person in bed and bring him the letter, and then go back to the house with birds and speak to the person there to send a letter which costs 500 gold. Then go to any vendor and speak to them. This triggers a small passage of time when you can repeat these steps by talking to the injured man and bring him a letter, and send Lola an item or letter by paying 500 gold, then speak to a vendor. Do this 5 times in total and you will get the relic. Buy any gear and items you need, and buy a few dried meat as well, and then leave Blitz and start battling around the world map. We want to recruit Gal. After a few battles, Gal will appear, and then give him some dried meat, and he will join the party. Head straight down and enter the cave. There is no enemies in the cave. The object is to find the treasure that Gal mentioned, and you do that just by walking over certain mounds in the cave. You can get a potion on the left hand side. If you don't want to lose 500 gil, don't step on the mound at the top area. And the treasure you need is on the very right hand side. You will travel through the Serpent Trench, similar to the raft where you will face random enemies along the way. There is an enemy that I didn't get, as it's a 25% chance, and you only get about 4 battles. But don't worry, if you don't get all the enemies, you can go back later. The first new enemy you can face is Actonans. They are weak to fire. If you have Sabin's Rising Phoenix, which you get at level 15, use that. If not, the usual attacks plus Magitech armor is fine to use as Gal's Rage. Now Gal has a unique class called Feral Youth, something that doesn't really turn up in future games, but it's very similar to the Blue Mage, and as mentioned, it can learn Rages at the Veld, which you could have done if you wanted to, but I haven't yet. When you pick a Rage, then it will use attacks and have the weakness and strengths of that creature, and then you don't control Gal anymore. There is an achievement or trophy for learning 50 enemy techniques. You will get a choice of 2 paths. Pick right. Another new enemy you can face is aspirants. These have a deadly gigavolt attack if you use special abilities, so make them your priority and have Gal use Belmadar. Get the chest on the right hand side, then exit the cave to go back into the trench and pick right again and enter another cave. Head up, follow the linear path. In the next section, go to the bottom right to step on the switch and drain the water, then jump down the hole and there will be a treasure chest, then exit at the bottom. You will arrive at a port called Nikkei. Head all the way up and enter the inn, and in the top right area is a clock with a hidden item. Then head all the way down and board the ship. After some cutscenes, the party has been reunited and it's time to defend the Esper in Nosh. Similar mechanic to when you have to defend Terra. If any of the Empire reach the Esper, it's game over. You can split the party into 3, but you only need to use 1, so put the best characters to take on the enemies and the bosses into one party, and that's Terra, Sabin, Edgar and Celise. Then the other party members into the other 2 slots, it doesn't matter, which we won't use them. Then, as the first party, run to the bottom. They will start coming on the very right path, and then some will start going left. Try to take them all here at the bottom. Easily done fast enough. The first new enemies you can face in battle are hunting hounds. They are the weakest of the enemies you will be battling. They are weak to fire, so use fire with Terra. Corporals have a counter-attack. Use Bioblaster as they are weak to poison. Another new enemy you can face is Fidors. These are dangerous when alone, as they use a deadly pounce attack, so take them out first, and they are weak against fire. Another new enemy you will face is Heavy Armor. It will, at the start of battle, cast Reflect and Protect, so don't use spells and use Sabin's Raging Fist, which ignores defense. Once you've defeated all the moving enemies, you will have 2 bosses to face, and they won't move, so use this opportunity to head up and heal your HP in the bucket at the top before you face the bosses. The first boss you face is Hell's Rider. Use Ice and Fire with the magic users, and Rage and Blitz and auto crossbow, and heal if you need it. At level 12, Terra learns Drain, a spell that made its debut in Final Fantasy II. It steals HP from an opponent and transfers it to the caster. It does the opposite on undead enemies. The final enemy to face is Kefka. He is a heavy magic user, so as Celise, always use Runic, and then use Fire, Raging Fist and auto crossbow. Don't forget to cure if needed. After the cutscenes, you will choose a party to look for Terra, and a party to stay behind to keep an eye on Nash. Choose Locke, Sabin, Edgar and Celise as the first team that looks for Terra, and that leaves Cyan and Gal to keep an eye on things. If you like this video, subscribe to my channel, where there are more complete retro walkthroughs plus achievement and trophy guides, secrets and tips from the latest releases. Thanks for watching.